Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the What You Saying podcast. I'm back again with Jack and James. What you saying, Jack?
Hello everyone. Welcome back. It's good to be back. We've got a special guest here tonight actually with me. It's one of my good friends from New Zealand. He's our first international guest. It's the Rainmaker. It's Rainton. How you doing, Rainton?
How are you, mate? I am good. It's good to be on.
No, thank you for coming on, and thank you for waking up at 8 a.m. to do this. I would never do that for someone else.
No worries.
It shows that you're a good man.
I was just thinking, you guys sound like Top Boy if they all came from like really loving families.
See, this is why I brought him on, guys. That's Rainton. There he is.
All right, nice to meet you, Rainton.
Nice to meet you.
Cool. And on the second team, we have James. What you saying, James?
Hello everybody.
Hello.
All good, thank you. Really grateful that we've got someone across the land joining our podcast today, and also someone that took 28 minutes to find a pair of headphones.
It wasn't as simple as that, but yes, it did take over 25 minutes for me to set myself up.
No, I'm excited for this. We made it to episode 7. Can you believe it?
Deep. A big milestone, episode 7.
A huge milestone.
That's 7 weeks. That's 7 weeks of dedication there.
Yeah, it's almost 2 months.
Mm.
Wow.
All right, let's cut the chit chat and get straight into business. What are you saying, Jack?
Oh, all right. My sister and I once baked cupcakes for a celebrity.
What celebrity?
Yeah.
So, I lived
That
in...
was celebrity, Jack.
He lived in my neighborhood. It was Dizzy Rascal.
No.
Right. Okay. And how long ago was this?
Hang on. I'm trying to work out the maths. I've had a couple of beers. I'm crunching. Yo, hold up. I'm crunching the numbers, man. I'm crunching the numbers. It was probably about 9 years ago. So I was about 11, between the ages of 10, 11, 12, that kind of range.
Okay. So like right at the top of his like peak fame, this was when you were...
No, I wasn't that famous at the time.
What flavour were they?
They were just your generic regular cupcakes with like a bit of chocolate on top.
Delicious.
I was 11. My sister was even younger. We weren't the best bakers.
So were you making these for like Dizzy Rascal, like particularly?
Yeah. So basically, so we lived in the same village as him, and then my sister's friend was like his next door neighbor. So I helped her make some, and then she went with her mate to deliver them around. Like I wasn't that fussed at the time. I didn't like listen to rap or anything back then, so I wasn't really too fussed. I was like, oh yeah, Dizzy Rascal, I know who that is. That's kind of, yeah.
Was he grateful for that, for the delivery?
I saw a picture. They got a picture, and the dude, he came out wearing glasses because he wears glasses apparently. And he was just in a dressing gown and like majorly chilling, just like trying to chill out in this English countryside town. What a guy.
Why cupcakes? Like when I think Dizzy Rascal, I don't think cupcakes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, say Dizzy Rascal lived next to you, Trent. What would be the first baked good you took to him?
I'd bring him my mixtape.
Yeah. No, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any heat at the time, so I just took around something else that was piping hot.
Some cupcakes, nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What is he like?
Well, I didn't go around. It was my sister that went round. But apparently he was a lovely dude. As I said, just chilling, maxing, relaxing in his dressing gown. I'm pretty sure his real name's Dylan or something like that.
What a rascal.
Dylan Rascal.
Nice guy.
Did you ever see him since? Was that? I know you didn't even see him, did you?
I wasn't even me that saw him.
Did you bake him something else after
Actually, no, I lie. I did see him since because I saw him at one of the first concerts I ever went to because he was supporting he was supporting Muse or something. Yeah, he was supporting Muse. And I went with my family.
You about to say
Muse.
1975?
Yeah, no, they also supported Muse. It was 1975 and Dizzy Rascal supporting Muse.
I see.
Yeah, I kid you not.
I think that sounds pretty legit. I think, I can get behind that.
Yeah,
I think that's quite believable as well.
You did take a while to say Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah, forgettable name.
Forgettable.
I just want to know why you weren't able to get like any like discounted tickets from him to go to this festival.
No, it was just a concert. It wasn't like a festival. It was literally just like a one-off like night concert. But I mean, yeah, it was way before we bought the tickets. I wasn't like I wouldn't go up to him and be like, "Yo, have you got any shows in the future that you can give me a discount to?"
Yeah, I'm 11 years old, but when I'm 20.
Yeah, but you may have like building a relationship. Like you start off with cupcakes, and then he may return the favour.
Yeah, he might bake you cupcake.
I wish I did at the time. Like I could be in the game right now, but here I am, recording a podcast instead.
All right, what are you saying then, James?
I think the hesitation on the Dizzy Rascal name calling was a bluff. I think he knew full well that it was Dizzy Rascal, but he's trying to make it out like he didn't because he wants me to say it was a lie.
That's a chess, not checkers angle that you take.
Yeah, this is advanced play.
Yeah, well, we're experts at this now.
7 episodes in, we know all the moves now.
Yeah,
I'm ready for anything. Distant Joe, what do you reckon?
I agree with that. Let's go with two.
He sounds like he's trying to talk to you from like the opposite end of the cafeteria or something.
He doesn't want. We want to talk to each other, but he doesn't want to be seen with me. Okay. Well, if I heard correctly, I think he also thinks it's the truth. So we're gonna go. Yeah, the truth.
All right, we're saying truth. Jack, is that truth or a lie?
It is true. I used to live near one of Dizzy Rascal's cribs.
Nice.
Stop it.
Yeah, straight up.
What bangers was he doing back then?
This would have literally been around Bonkers, which was, Heat.
The only song he did.
And nah. You got to dive deeper, bro. Don't disrespect Dizzy Rascal like that. Damn. But yeah, that was like around Bonkers and Big Dirty Stinking Bass.
Oh yeah, tune.
That kind of era.
Absolute tune.
All right. So that is 1 point to Jack's team.
No, it's not.
Absolutely bonkers.
Absolutely not.
Is it not?
It's to James's team.
Excuse me.
That's bonkers.
That's bonkers. That's 1 point to James's team. My bad. We're off to a great start. All right, I'm going to throw this one to James. What are you saying, James?
I can open a jam jar. I can open a jam jar with my feet.
Oh, what type of jam?
Has to be.
Can you also do peanut butter?
I can do strawberry jam, but only like the glass bottles, not like the plastic ones. And I can do peanut butter, but weirdly enough, I can only do the plastic peanut butter ones, not the glass ones.
And only chunky peanut butter.
No, smooth. Get that chunky stuff away from me.
How did you discover this talent?
I don't know. I think I.
You don't know?
No, it was a. you know, like the chubby bunny challenge and like the cinnamon challenge and the salt, like all these challenges that people used to do on YouTube or whatever. Yeah. Back then, it was one of those. It was one of those stupid challenges.
The toe jam challenge.
The opening strawberry jam with your feet challenge.
Yeah.
But I think the challenge was that you had to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with only your feet. Basically, that was the challenge.
That's convenient. Rainton just asked you about the peanut butter just then as well. That really works out very well for you there.
You know what? I can't see you, but I reckon you got a fat fucking grin on your face right now.
You wouldn't be wrong. Yeah, I only do it every so often just opening jam jars with my feet, but it's not something that I do if I've just bought jam for my whole family and I'm like, yo, let me just open this with my feet.
Yeah. Surely this is like a solitary activity. It's not like you do this with people around you.
No, it's not really a public activity. Yeah.
Would you pull it out on like the second date?
I'd say probably the first date.
It gets them in. It reels them in.
Yeah, straight off the bat. You need to impress them. I don't go waiting around for the second date, third date. It could be too late. So yeah, first date.
If he can do it with his feet, imagine what he can do with his fingers.
Yeah, exactly. You got to show your true colors off the bat.
Exactly.
To be honest.
And when you go out for breakfast or something, and they have those tiny wee bottles, like little jam.
You're like, get hold of this.
That's some precision, man. That's precision with the feet. Nicely done.
With my pinkies, that is.
Wow. Okay. And how long does this take you? Would it take you a lot longer than average?
It does take you surprisingly longer than usual. Than you think.
Do you spread it on your toast with a knife between your toes?
No, only for the challenge. That's never been done since.
No one's ever done that.
No one's ever been done that. Guinness World Records. You'd see me in there.
Do you go socks or no socks?
Oh,
well, I think I remember trying it once with socks, but it was like the slipperiest thing. I couldn't get a grip on the jam jar, so then I went with no socks.
Do you get clammy feet?
Yeah, it's a bit of a slippery, slidery task, but yeah. But you know what? It's quite easy. Well, you can do it in multiple ways, but the way that I've found is the best is you like press down on the top of the jam jar and then like twist your foot, and then you can open it that way.
Have you ever considered like chalking your feet up like a rock climber would to get a bit of grip? Just slap a bit of chalk on there.
No, I've never thought of that because I mean I haven't had a problem doing it with my feet, so. I don't need to chalk them up, but maybe if I'm experimenting with like raspberry jam, I've heard those jam jars are a little bit more difficult to open. So
yeah, it sounds like you've got it all figured out, though. To be honest,
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a talented boy. So what can I say?
All right. Well, Rainton.
I've got a jam jar between my toes right now, and I'm telling you, it's very difficult to open. I think he's selling porkies. He's selling porkies.
Yeah, I'm also leaning towards the old porkies right now. I don't think this is true at all.
Why not?
Why not?
It's a logistical nightmare.
First of all, it's a logistical nightmare. And secondly, like, I remember the cinnamon challenge. I remember these other challenges. I don't remember me seeing someone open a jar with their feet on Facebook.
Yeah, that's YouTube we're talking about.
Doesn't sound very cute.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
It seems like a very impressive challenge, though. So
it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good. Did one of my like, top view videos, but I don't think you can find it on my YouTube channel anymore, but it definitely exists.
That's convenient.
Top 10 things you've ever done.
Ever.
Fuck. All right. Well, I feel like I need to come to a decision on this.
Yeah, what we saying, Jack?
I'm gonna stick with lie here. Are you also happy with lie, Rainton?
Yeah, I'm very happy with lie.
Yeah. All right. Well, if this isn't a lie, I'm gonna try this myself. It's a lie.
Me too.
All right, they've called your bluff, James. What are you saying?
Oh, that's unfortunate. It is a lie.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
All right, I got no pun for that one. Can't think of anything. Sorry, boys.
What with the word jam? You could have done something with jam.
It's such a it's so low hanging fruit. I wanted something. I was trying to get peanut butter in a pun, but
he got himself in a sticky situation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that's just...
Yo, James, do you want to be the host?
Yeah, you know what?
All right, enough of that. Let's move on. All right, next up, we have Rainton. What are you saying, Rainton?
I once slept with my mother until I was 12.
Whoa.
What are you laughing at? It was a nightmare.
You once slept?
Oh, my bad. I mean, I slept with my mother until I was 12.
Okay. If this is true, then we can be like, well, harsh about it.
You're talking about taking the piss out of our guest.
Yeah.
Let me break it down for you a little bit, all right?
Yeah, I need some explanation for this.
So I had inflamed tonsils, yeah?
What, for 12 years?
Yeah, for 12 years.
Well, I kept choking in my sleep. And so I jumped in bed with my mother, and she'd shake me when I started choking. I could have died, boys. I could have died.
Just to clarify, when you say you slept with your mother, like that was just sleeping.
Yes. Oh.
You didn't do the deed with your mum.
No, I was snoozing. Come on, boys. Mum, if you're listening, ignore them.
Yo, don't do this to my guest. That's not why I brought him on here. Come on.
Okay, so what was it on like your 12th birthday, and you just suddenly stopped like getting inflamed tonsils, and you're like, wow.
I can't pinpoint the date, but I did get rigged up to a big machine, and they go, yeah, your tonsils are getting out of hand. We're going to have to get them removed.
Oh,
shit.
Got them removed, and I was fine.
So it took 12 years to be like, yeah, we should probably take them out.
Well, they just thought I snored really bad.
Yeah. What, they were like clapping together in the back of your throat?
Yeah. They were dropping like a 4x4 beat, 808s.
Were there many a time when you were in bed with your mum where you would like wake up choking or like wake up coughing, and she'd have to, like, she was startled. She woke up scared.
No, well,
for her
because
son.
I wouldn't wake up. So I'd just be choking in my sleep. And so then she would shake me, and then I would wake up so I didn't die.
Could you not have just like stuffed something in your mouth to like stop you from choking?
Isn't that how you choke?
No, but like if you go to sleep with like, I don't know, like something to prop your mouth open so you
like
can't
an
choke.
orange.
Yeah, like an orange or an apple or something.
You know, in
Or at least,
retrospect.
like, sleep on your side.
Could've
Sorry,
tried that.
Joe, what was that back there in the cheap seats out the back?
Yeah, what was that from all the way over there?
So what I was saying from all the way over here was that you could have slept on your side,
Ah, yeah.
and that would have prevented
That's a
it.
good point. Sleep on
Yeah.
your side, mate. That'll stop your tonsils.
Yeah.
Well, I just inevitably roll onto my back. It's just comfier back there.
Oh, controversial. I sleep on my side.
Yeah, me too.
Tough crowd.
So do you still have? So what's it like having no tonsils then?
You should hear my singing voice, mate.
Oh.
Go on.
No, you don't want to hear my singing voice.
So
12 years.
yeah, that's quite a long time.
It's a long time. 12 years is long. Like, that's puberty. We're going into puberty years.
Mm.
Did you not miss sleeping with your mum? Did you not want to just go back there?
It was tough to branch out. It was.
Did you like the day after this operation where you had your tonsils removed? Did you go straight back into your own bed, or did you have to have sort of like a few naps in your mum's bed just to adapt like desensitization?
I stayed in the hospital for a while, and actually my mum got me a Game Boy because I got my tonsils taken out, which was an absolute treat.
It's a classic.
Nice. That's worth it.
And I ate a lot of ice blocks.
You know, let's go to Joe. What are you thinking, Joe?
I'm just trying to think. 12 years is such a long
He's
time.
gone to the moon now.
Yeah. You're even further away.
Yeah,
12 years is a very, very long time.
Yeah, 12 years is a very long time.
Tonsillitis for the whole...
Oh, that's what it was called?
Okay, right.
Tonsillitis. That's what I had.
All right, now I'm calling bullshit on that.
Oh yeah, that's what I had for 12 years.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rayton. That is, yeah. I don't know, James. What are you thinking? I think that's flat out bullshit.
Yeah, I think if it is true, then fair enough. But there's just 12 years is a long time. So yeah, wow. If that did happen for 12 years, but nah.
What are you saying? You going with truth or lie?
I think it's a lie.
Rainton, was that the truth or was that a lie?
That was the truth.
Oh.
Hey.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Rainton would not tonsillitis to us.
There we go.
There we go.
That's the money right there.
That's why we're paying you, Trent.
I just feel sorry for you, Rainton. That's terrible. 12 years of that.
Well, I didn't think I'd ever tell anybody that, but here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, exactly.
No, everyone knows.
How many listeners do you guys get? Enough.
Very-
That's classified information.
That's confidential. Right? Between 1 and 100,000.
Yeah,
somewhere
somewhere in
around
that ballpark.
Hey. All right. 2-1 to Team Jack. Next up, we have Joseph Wood. All right. Next up, we have Joe Wood. What are you saying, Joe?
Right. I like getting my sleeves wet when I wash my hands.
You like to get your sleeves wet on purpose when you wash your hands. That's fucked up. That's so weird. That is so weird.
It's only really when I'm wearing jumpers though, because I just like the moisture kept around my wrists.
They're like a sponge at that point.
Yeah. Well,
What about like a button-up shirt?
It's just a habitual habit of mine to leave it there. Like, I just need it.
What if you're okay, right? So you're on a date, okay, and you go to the toilet, and you go to the toilet, and you wash your hands. Do you have to like look at yourself in the mirror and be like, "Do I do it? Do I get my sleeves wet?" Or do you?
Well, this is why I don't wear jumpers on a first date. Because of this reason, I feel like it'd be a bit too strong on a first date.
He can't help
if I was
himself.
just getting my...
Yeah.
You just have to wet your sleeves.
Yeah, I just can't control it. Like it's part of the problem of mine.
Has anyone ever walked into the bathroom where you're just like putting your arm under this like tap, and they're like, "You're right, man."
Well, I don't just fully just like shove my whole arm under there. It's only at the ends. Like I only just like put like a drizzle.
A drizzle.
Classic drazzle.
Put yourself in this situation, right? You know, it's a COVID-19 world, and you know you're washing your hands all the time, and you know it's a warm day. Your sleeves are rolled up, but you get to the sink and you're like, "Oh, do you roll your sleeves down on purpose, or do you just leave it?"
Yeah, no, I have to.
Yeah, I have to.
I don't usually expose my if I've got something that's like long sleeve, I will usually leave it down just for that reason.
Are you self-conscious about your forearms?
Yeah, I've got very skinny forearms.
Do you use warm water or cold water?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I go not a hot or cold. I use more like a lukewarm.
Tepid, if you will.
So do you wait for it to warm up, or like what's going on here?
Well, it depends. If I'm in a rush and I'm just using cold water to wash my hands, if it's only a cold water sink, I'll just use cold water. I don't really mind that much. It's just
Even in winter.
Even in winter, I don't really care that much. I don't really feel.
How long does this wet sleeve last for? Like, do you like sometimes?
Well, it depends on the weather, really, doesn't it? It depends how hot it is. Well, I'm only dampening it. I'm not completely soaking it. Like it's only going to be damp there for probably 45 minutes or something. Like I'm not like completely soaking my whole arm and like no.
Yeah, but I just like do you do it sometimes thinking it's a good idea, and then do you ever just walk out the bathroom and then people are just staring at you with these wet sleeves, and you're like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me.
I just don't care what other people think. I mean, my family have been saying it. My mum always says to me like, "Why do you keep on doing it, Joe?" And I'm just like, "Mum, just let me just be me.
Allow it.
I just
let me be."
just like everyone has their issues. Like she smokes, I damp my hands. Like everyone has their issues.
You know what? That sounds dangerously close to a fetish.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to tell us.
Joe, you sound like you take a shower with your socks on.
I mean, I may have not done that before, but I wouldn't say it's a regular habit of mine.
All right, what are we thinking, Jack?
Well, I don't know about you, Rainton, but that's honestly like one of my least favorite feelings. You know, your clothes being wet when you're in a situation where you're definitely trying to be dry.
Yeah, me too. We're on the same boat here, mate.
But would you say in Joe's case here, do you reckon he's making this up, or do you reckon he definitely just like gets hard thinking about these things?
I think he's telling tales.
Okay. Lie, you reckon? You know, I've been doing well with the guests recently. I'll keep going with the guests. We'll take that as a lie.
All right, they're saying a lie. What is it, Joe?
I wish it was a truth, but no, it was a lie. It is a lie.
It'd be pretty strange, man. It'd be pretty weird.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate getting my like anything wet when I'm washing my hands. So annoying.
You're so conscious of it, like you know it's happening. Like you know you've got a wet sleeve.
Especially when it taps like 2 hours and you just get a proper splashback. It's just it's not the one.
All right, let's leave that one in the past and move on. All right, 3-1 to Jack's team. Next up, we have Rainton again. And what you saying, Rainton?
I ended up in court after losing a bet.
What was the bet?
Well, I bet somebody that I could run around the block naked in 5 minutes.
And you got
public
arrested
nudity,
for that.
boys. Public nudity.
Where was this?
Wow.
Very frowned upon. It was in my old flat.
So how big was this block? Was it like a kilometre block? Because 5 minutes to run around the whole block, that's quite a long time.
I used to be quite chubby. I was lots of pies, mince pies, mince and cheese.
So okay. Was this a drunken thing, or were you sober?
Yeah.
Was this a daytime, nighttime?
Well, to be fair, being drunk definitely did not help me because I did start cussing out to police officers like, "Get your dirty mitts off of me." Yeah, it didn't work out well. It did not work out well. I've got the gift of the gab, so I didn't get in. You know, I got out of the court easy money, and I can still tell the story today.
Did you make it around the block in 5 minutes?
No, they beat me there.
I was going to say, because for the police to come in 5 minutes, that's quite an impressive feat.
Well, actually, it was quite funny. I run straight past the police car.
So,
what's this bloke with the small penis doing running around the block?
Were you wearing trainers, or did you go barefoot on the sprint?
I went barefoot. I was drunk.
so if it wasn't for this police car there at the perfect time, you probably would have not been in that situation.
I would have won $200, mate.
Ooh.
That's quite a big bet.
Wow.
Worth it. Definitely worth it.
Were your mates watching you attempt this and then just see you like get halfway and then just get into a police car and never return?
Well, no, it got to the 15-minute mark and they go, "Where the fuck is Rainton? He hasn't made it back around the block." And I was in the cop car on the way to the cells, boys.
Wait, did you have to go to the cells with no clothes on? You had to go to the cop stop with no clothes on.
No, actually, funny enough, they had a spare change of clothes in the boot of the police car.
Oh, that's very convenient. That's very convenient. So how long were you in the cell for then? After you got locked up, like were you taken in for questioning or like what happened?
What are they going to question?
They let me call my mates. And then they called me an Uber, and the Uber driver was very surprised when I rocked up in an orange jumpsuit.
Did you have to give that back to them?
No, they let me keep it. It stunk. They had no spare undies, mate. They had no spare undies. It was just me in this orange jumpsuit.
That's pretty sick, though. That's a bit of a memorabilia right there.
And then how long after that did you get called to court?
How long after? About 2 months.
Wow. Did you know that was going to happen? Like, did you like hear anything from them? Was it just like a process of 2 months and then finally having a court date, or did it just spring up on you 2 months later?
No, yeah, I got a letter in the mail, but like it was more. The court date was more of a like, "You were a fucking idiot. We're gonna make sure you know that you should never do that again."
So what happened when you're actually in court then? Did they give you like community service or what happened? They just let you go scot-free?
Well, they just they wanted to fuck with me a bit. They thought I was being an idiot. They said, "We're going to get you into court on a Saturday." You know, they took my Saturday away from me.
Wow. That's savage.
It was a big fuck off finger wag is what it was.
When you were running, was it like a full on sprint, or were you trying to like cover your modesty a little bit?
Oh, I was just going at it.
Straight up.
For $200, you just go hard.
You give it your all, yeah.
All right, you got a verdict, James?
This is a very detailed story, and it's one of those great stories where you share with your mates on a podcast. And I think it's believable. I think this is something that I can imagine happening. I don't see any true reason not to believe it. But I've got to ask my main man, Joe.
Yeah,
What do you
so
say?
Such a big build up. Just to ask Joe a question.
I just got one further question with it, Raington. So at
Please.
the end of it, at the end of the case, so you're in there. So he just let you off with a warning, no fine, no nothing.
Yeah.
You said you paid off.
Yeah, you said earlier you paid it off.
No. It was a big finger wag.
So you didn't have to pay any like fine or anything.
There was no
money?
monetary transactions made.
No, none of that. It was just a stern word, a very, very stern word.
A slap on the back of the wrist kind of thing.
That's the one.
Yeah. And that, you know what that is? That's priceless. You can't put a price on that.
All that, and you've got a memory and a jumpsuit.
Yeah, and you haven't got anything else, have you? You haven't got any other like criminal convictions or like any other sort of things you need to know about.
No, I got a clean slate, very clean slate.
Okay, all right.
Did they say if you get like caught doing this again, we're going to take this one step further?
Like, did you not get put on a sex offenders register? Like, were you near any stores? Or anything?
Yeah.
You know, actually in court, I tried to like work up a bit of a cry. So my eyes started watering, and I think the judge felt a bit sorry for me, to be quite honest.
Yeah. So do I.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
All right, what were we saying, James?
Well, what do you think, Joe? Truth or a lie?
I'm inclined to think that it's a lie, but I was wrong beforehand. So I don't know. I've lost confidence in myself. So James, I'm throwing it all down to you.
Me too, to be honest.
You're sounding real defeated over there, bro.
It hit me hard last time round. I was almost certain it was bullshit, and yeah.
Okay, I think if it is a lie, then a well thought out lie and very well done under pressure. But I think this may have happened, so I'm going to say truth.
All right, he's saying true. Raington, was that true or was that a lie?
That was a big lie.
Oh.
That was really well done.
That was a good one there.
That
Raington.
was very well done. Was there any truth to that at all?
There was absolutely no truth. Except for the small penis part. Maybe there was.
All right, so it's now 4-1 to Jack's team, and you could say that Jack's team is running away with it.
Once again.
Next up,
Oh no.
we have James Allen. What are you saying, James?
I did not swear until I was in year 13.
Right. Can I ask why, James?
You know what? There is no other explanation to this other than I just didn't for a very long period of time. Like, you know, when all my mates were doing it at home, it just wasn't a thing that I heard or said. And then it got to a point where it just became this thing where everyone knew that I didn't swear, so no one brought it up, and it just became like a huge long-term thing that no one even thought about, really.
What? Because so you're saying like because it became part of your like you were known as the guy that didn't swear.
Well, I mean, it turned into like a there's no point doing it now because I've gone so long without doing it that it's turned into this sort of like I'm not going to do it just because I've not done it for so long.
Like a personality trait.
Exactly.
So were you like the guy, you know, in English, where you read a book out in class and then you go around the class handing out the next paragraph to the next person to read out loud, and sometimes there's a swear word, and you
That's funny you say that because I would sometimes it's funny you say that because I would do that where I would count the pages, so I'd go around the class because and I'd like work out what page is going to be the page that I'd read. So I know that like in school, everyone would read, like she'd go around the same, like I think down the register sometimes, or like the other way around.
Well, you're first. You're on the register.
Yeah, but like exactly. So if I'm first, then brilliant. But if I'm like this time, if you do it the other way around, I'd be last. So I'd count every single person and every single page according to But sometimes if I was first in the register and like the first page had a swear word in it, I would do something stupid like start coughing or something, and I'm like, oh my word, I need to go get some water. And then the teacher would be more concerned that I'm like, choking because I got inflamed tonsils or something.
I've got a question. If you were singing along to a song and it had a swear word in,
just wouldn't say
would
it.
you still keep singing along?
No, I just wouldn't say it. Just skip it. Skip the word. Like there were times where, because obviously it turned into like a thing. People would try and make me swear, so they'd play these songs that like would have swear words in it, or like get me to read something. And people would be waiting in anticipation because they're hoping that they'd catch me out. And then like when that bit of the song comes on and I'm just like silent, everyone's like, no, not this time.
Why did it stop? Like when did you decide to start swearing?
I just got a bit fed up of like having this lifestyle, So the last day of sixth form.
You're like, I'm a man now, I'm gonna swear.
Yeah.
What was your first cuss word?
Shit.
Oh!
Yeah.
He just swore. What?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh man. Wow. That's the second time I've ever said that.
Do you remember the sentence that you used?
Yeah, I do actually. I said, because we were about to leave, everyone was saying their goodbyes and they still hadn't got me to swear. And they were like, oh, come on. And I was like, no, sorry, guys. I'm not, like, I need to go. I really need to do a shit.
Just slid it right in there.
Just slid it right in there.
Rainton, what are you thinking about this?
He sounds pretty genuine. I think he might be telling the truth. What do you think?
I'm kind of leaning the same way, but I feel like he might be twisting some truths here. I feel like this might be something that happened, but I feel like it wasn't that late on.
I see. Yeah. You take the reins on this one, mate, but you know where I stand.
the reins, if you will. I hate to do it, Rain. I'm going to go against you, Rainton. I'm so sorry.
Fine by me.
All right.
Oh,
I'm going to say lie.
His team.
I'm going to say lie.
James, was that true or was that a lie?
It was the truth.
How embarrassing.
We're coming back.
Rainton, I'm so sorry, man. I'll never doubt you ever again.
You win some, you lose some, all the same.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a bit of a shit decision, Jack, but the score is now 4-2.
We still can't win.
No, you can't win, but you can get...
But you know what you can do, Joe? You can have a good time.
Exactly.
That I am.
All right. Next up, we have Jack. What are you saying, Jack?
All right. So I have so many clothes. I keep some at my aunt's house.
Right.
Any further questions?
How do you decide what clothes you keep at home and what clothes are at your aunt's house?
All right. So I do it actually in a season-based fashion. Okay. So as it starts warming up, as it starts warming up, right? Basically, as it's turning to summer, I'll put all my winter clothes. And you can get like these clove bags that you can like vac pack, and you like put them in, and then you vac pack them, and it takes like minimal space, and you can just chuck them in an attic. Unfortunately, in my own house, we don't really have any room, and I actually see my auntie a lot, especially during the change of season. So I vac pack all my clothes, like a whole season worth of clothes, chuck them in there, and then I do the vice versa when it comes around to the next season.
So is this like a one season change? Like you drive around, or you just go round to your auntie's? Like how far away does your auntie live? Like what happens if the season changes back? Like you know how.
What happens if the season changes back?
Like, you know what I mean? Though? Like, we can have.
You like wake up one morning and it's winter.
Nah, so what happens? It's not all 4 seasons. I don't see my aunt 4 times a year. It's like I go. It's just like Christmas and summer. So I'll leave all the thick like jumpers and big stuff there. I'll backpack it, chuck it around, and I'll go around. Obviously, I'll see her outside of this. It's not like the only time I see my aunt is when I'm going to drop clothes off in her attic.
You're just using her to like as a storage unit. And how far away is she? How far away is she from yours?
Now that I've moved, she's pretty far away. So I used to live in Kent, and she lives in Canterbury. And now I live in Surrey, so it's like an hour and a half or something.
That's quite long.
All right, what are we saying, James?
Yeah, I think you've played this again. I think I'm gonna go. Well, I think it's the truth, but very impressed if it is a lie because you've done like, yeah, you've got a good story going on. Even though it does sound strange, I can see why. I've got a tiny. A bit different, but I've got a tiny wardrobe and
Tiny wardrobe bros. Let's go.
Yeah. and yeah, like some of my stuff is in my sister's room. So
All right, this isn't about you, James.
No, I can actually back this up with James. I also have some of my clothes in my.
It's not about you, Joe.
Room. I'm trying to back you in this. We on a team or what?
All right, James, truth or lie? What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm saying it's the truth.
Saying truth. Jack, truth or lie?
Yeah, that's a lie. That's actually a lie.
Yes.
Oh.
Joking.
That was in fact a Tiny Temper reference to one of his songs. I thought one of you would at least get that.
Oh,
But
what?
clearly not. Pass out.
Oh, pass out.
No, I've got so many clothes. I keep some at my aunt's house. But yeah, nobody got it, so it's not as
Right.
funny.
If you're listening at home and you got that, please message us.
All right, so that brings the score to 5-2 to Jack's team. Next up, we have Joe. What are you saying, Joe?
I once convinced a disabled man's carer to leave the disabled man alone and come back to mine after a night out.
Oh no, surely not, man. Did it? So you did end up convincing him? Like he went back to your crib and had a drink or whatever.
Her. So
She.
So yeah, she. We're out in Coventry, of course. This is where all great stories happen. And I was chatting to this girl, and she was looking after this guy who was in a wheelchair. And after a while, she was like, "Oh, I just want to come back to yours." And she was like, and then she was saying, "But oh yeah, no, it'd be fine. There's people there." And then so she left without the person who she was meant to be looking after, and then came back to ours for like a little party.
Right.
And
Wow.
Okay.
yeah.
It sounds like the episode of Misfits.
Yeah.
Do you also have superpowers?
I felt like I did that night.
Oh yeah.
Did she ever after that night? Did you keep talking with her, and did she tell you what happened to the dude in the end?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, I couldn't even tell you her name. Like, she was one
come
of them
on, Joe, come on, sort it out.
I mean, yeah, it was one of those ones where yeah, I probably, if she was like that and she left the person who she was meant to be caring, I mean, I don't think she had she was going to be any good in my books anyway.
Yo, ladies, if you're listening to this, Joe does not represent all of us, okay? We
This
care.
is past me, by the way. I'm not like this anymore.
Past me.
He's reformed.
I have moved from my fuckboy stage in my life. I've settled down.
Rainton, you got anything for this?
Yeah, what colour were her eyes?
From what I remember, I think she had brown eyes.
Huh. All right. Well, so the person she was caring for was in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
And where was where was the location that you guys left, and this person would have been left alone? Where was it?
In Casbah, in Coventry. So,
Oh, that's not where you want to be alone. It's not where you want to be alone.
So she was with so she was like, I think she was like a student, like carer or something. I don't know what her course was at Warwick, but she was at Warwick, and so was the guy, and she was basically doing it as part of like a volunteering thing. And I guess she didn't really keep up with her volunteering stuff that well. I don't think she would have signed off on that one. But yeah.
So did you meet the guy?
I believe we met the guy. I to be honest, it's one of those ones. It was a bit of a foggy memory, but I just remember he had like electronic wheelchair, and it can go up and down as well.
What, the hydraulics?
Yeah, hydraulics.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Was he a nice guy?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he seemed pretty nice. I mean, yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you much about him, but I just remember him being quite pleasant.
What colour was his eyes?
This one, I looked with him. He definitely had light blue eyes. I remember locking contact with him when I stared him in the face when I was saying, "I'm taking your carer home."
Oh man, I think you're the baddest dude we've had on the podcast. You're not a good dude.
Yeah.
I must say, as part of the disclaimer, this is not me anymore. So any people who listen to this podcast just know that this was in a different time.
Yeah, so girls, hit him up.
Yeah.
All right, what are we saying then, Jack?
I honestly really don't want this to be true because it's not good.
It's not.
It's not good. I mean, Rainton, like, what do you reckon?
I want it to be true.
You want it to be true?
Yeah. This is a great story if it is true, I reckon.
Okay, but if we were in a competition, let's say a podcast, and you had to choose true or false, what would you go for?
I'd say, Jack, listen to your heart. What does your heart tell you to say?
My heart's saying Rainton has the answer.
Well, I'm going to stand by my word and say true.
Okay. See, I actually wanted to go false, but you've got two right so far, Rainton. And I went the opposite of you last time, and you ended up being right. So I'm just gonna go with you. All right, yeah, you said true, right? Yeah, true.
All right.
Joe left this guy abandoned in Casbah.
All right, Joe.
Regrettably, it probably wasn't my proudest moment, but yes, that is true.
Oh,
wow.
Rainton.
So that brings the score to 5-2 to Jack's team. Congratulations.
Yo,
Yes.
another good win for the
What I'm
fellas
talking about.
at home.
Awful.
Thank you for your participation there, Rainton. You're a big part of that win. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, well, thank you to all of our guests, Joe included.
Yeah, Joe, also, yeah, thank you, bro. Thanks for coming back on, man.
Thanks, guys. Feel so appreciative.
All right, and thank you to you for listening. Goodbye.
see you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this crazy journey that was episode 7 of the What You Saying podcast. Please don't forget to follow us on social media, and big shout out to all of our guests.
You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at WhatYouSayingPC. Give us a message. Where are you listening from? Who are you? We'd love to hear from you, whether you're enjoying the podcast, if you have any suggestions. So yeah, get in touch.
And to find all the other platforms that our podcast is on, just look for the What You Saying YouTube. That's one word on YouTube, and there's all the links for everything on there. That's Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, a lot. Anyway, see you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.